everyone. So I'm going to be talking about this learner support and resources category. There are similar standards within the Quality Matters rubric, but I really liked how this lays it out very neatly and cleanly. So the things I'm going to be looking for is online learner support and links to campus resources. Contact information for the instructor and department, and resources for course content and different learning abilities. So obviously this is the baseline, and then the next one is the more effective, and exemplary has a wider range of these things. So as I was looking through the engineering site, I felt like there was not a ton of good information, especially because coming from the homepage, you can go to this welcome message, which is super nice, and you do have the main information for the lead email and instructor, but I felt like there wasn't a lot of information on completing an assignment online, or the different online environments, or resources across campus, or resources for this specific course, and if there are, you have to really search for them. So for example, you can go to content and this welcome, and then there's the summary of due dates and general guidelines, but it didn't seem super intuitive. So there were some various guidelines for this class, which is good, and here are the system requirements. What I would have liked to see is a more centralized place to make this easier for students. You also do get the about instructors, which is nice, but as I mentioned previously, it's very limited, so I would say this is baseline at best. In terms of supporting learner-centered and engaging activities, I do really like the use of these pre-quizzes and post-quizzes, as we've illustrated in our own Teaching with Technology course. These can be a really good way to engage interest and, focus in on what questions might be asked or what students might be looking for in their field guide. So I do think there are some really useful ways to engage students through the various activities. If I was giving feedback to this instructor, I would definitely point to the very well constructed activities within the weeks, and instead focus more on some of the external pieces of the course, especially during COVID. It's really important to have certain resources for students if you're going to be using technology, or Zoom, or really anything like that. So I think that I would recommend having a centralized place, maybe after the welcome, where you have like course resources or something like that.